Republic. Ocasio Cortez. Republic. Alexandria Ocasio Cortez, a freshman lawmaker who rode a wave of enthusiasm from the left to victory in last year's midterms, weighed in on Biden during an interview on ABC's This Week. "I think that's something that he has to kind of show the electorate," Ocasio Cortez said, asked whether she believes Biden understands the concerns that have been raised about his behavior. "You know, I think Biden is leading in early polls for the 2020 Democratic presidential nod, although some polling suggests that liberal enthusiasm if Biden wins the nomination." After several women spoke out about interactions in which Biden had touched them in ways they said were not appropriate, the former vice president in April defending his past behavior but also pledging that he would be mindful of people's boundaries going forward. "The boundaries of protecting personal space have been reset. I get it. But some of Biden's recent interactions with attendees at campaign events have brought renewed attention to his actions." At a last month, Biden told a 10-year-old girl, "I'll bet you're as bright as you are good-looking." He then brought her up and at an event at an Iowa coffee shop last week, the Boston Globe, that upon meeting a voter's 13-year-old granddaughter, Biden told the girl's brothers, "You've got one job here, keep the guys away from your sister." "I do think that there may be some discomfort, especially seeing some clips this weekend, you know, week before you telling a 13-year-old, telling her brothers to watch out for her," she said. "I think there are some pressed on whether she thinks Biden has conveyed that he gets it," Ocasio Cortez responded. "I don't think he's necessarily convinced all women." She also said that Democrats probably made a mistake in not criticizing former President Bill Clinton for his treatment of women over the years, although she argued, "I wouldn't look at this through a partisan lens. I think that this is part of an evolution that we've been having as a country," she said. Women have historically, before her election to the House, the New York Democrat last year with Sr. Bernie Sanders. Some liberals have criticized Biden for suggesting that he could bring Republicans along to work with him if elected president, even though GOP lawmakers were resistant during the Obama administration, including denying the president a Supreme Court pick. Ocasio Cortez said that if Biden wins the nomination, it will be absolutely important that we defeat Donald Trump. She cautioned, "I think, when it comes to who we select as a presidential candidate, we have to really factor in the enthusiasm of voters," she said. "I think that was an issue."